Hello guys, my name is Norma. I'm gonna rap just to inform ya. Private Diary animated my story. Now you all will witness my glory. I was an ordinary girl that dreamed of becoming a famous rapper. Unfortunately, I had quite a temper and was always getting into trouble. My dad said that my tongue worked faster than my brain. I would blurt out the first thing that came to my mind. One day, I really pissed my teacher off when I saw her holding her stomach. "Oh, are you expecting a baby? Congratulations!" She went ballistic and gave me a bunch of extra homework. It turns out she had just eaten too much sushi for lunch. Oops! Then the principal got mad when I said that his wig was slipping off. You should stick it to your head with gum or something. Long story short, I got a lot of detentions. My parents were unhappy with me and constantly reminded me that I should act like a girl and forget about being a rapper. It was so annoying. I just wanted to be myself. And then, one day, the principal once again gave me detention. It was so unfair! I wanted to watch an online broadcast of my favorite rapper Noah's concert. Even though I hadn't really been impressed by his last album, Noah was so cute that I told Private Diary to make a video about him. I left a stuffed mop sitting in my place, so I didn't go to detention. The principal wasn't impressed with that and said it was the last straw. I was expelled.
Norma, we've decided to send you to a school for troubled teenagers. Maybe you'll learn some manners there and forget about pulling pranks and rapping.
I was so mad I decided I would never talk to my parents again. But then I thought maybe this was a great opportunity for a new beginning. I could find new friends. However, my dreams were crushed on the first day of the new school. I was transferred to the class with the unruliest of students. I thought I'd come to the wrong place at first because it looked like they were just partying. The lesson had long since started, but my new classmates were listening to music, playing online games, sleeping, and even snoring. One girl was painting her nails and watching a TV series. Our young teacher, Miss Beam, was running between the desks and trying to calm the students down with a trembling voice. Guys, you're supposed to be learning a new topic. Please put your phones away. She was very young and had probably just graduated from college. No one was listening to her. Poor Miss Beam looked like a harmless fawn caught by predators. I decided I would help her. I picked up a steel ruler and I scraped it across glass. Everyone heard the horrible sound and immediately looked at me. "Are you nuts? My ears are gonna fall off. Who are you?" "I'm the new girl Norma, and I'm gonna keep doing this until you all pay attention." Everyone glared at me, but they actually sat down on their desks. I realized that I had just made enemies on my first day of school. But my classmates' behavior made my blood boil. Miss Beam said sheepishly that there was only one empty seat left I could take and pointed to a dusty desk with a yellow chair at the end of the classroom. When I sat down, my classmates started to laugh meanly and whisper to each other. The girl that had been painting her nails was called Carrie. It seemed like she was the leader of the other witches. "New girl, I don't envy you." "Oh, you're in for it now." They kept making nasty jokes about me and the chair I was sitting on. Were they all stupid? At recess, I accidentally overheard a conversation of some students, and I finally realized what was going on. It turned out that there were rumors about my chair being cursed. A guy used to sit there, and everyone called him a walking disaster. He was incredibly accident-prone. There was even a rumor going around that he'd accidentally locked himself in the gym and spent a whole weekend there once. He'd graduated from high school several years ago, and no one had sat in that place since then. Everyone was too afraid they'd inherit the bad luck of that student. Did everyone believe in that nonsense? Jeez. That new girl is insufferable. I'm glad her life will soon turn into a horror movie thanks to that curse. Ugh. The only thing it looked like belonged in a horror movie was her hairstyle. I was about to tell Carrie to change her stylist, but I got a better idea. I had to teach my toxic classmates a lesson. Since they all believed in a curse, I decided I would make them think that the chair actually brought me good luck. Yeah, they'll regret laughing at me. First, I had to convince everyone that the chair helped me get better marks. So, to do that, I distracted the gullible Miss Beam by saying that our principal was looking for her, opened her laptop, and found out our lesson plan. It turned out we were going to be writing a difficult test the next day. I sent the answers to my email address and I memorized them that evening, while all the other students were nervously chewing on their pencils. The next day, I was done with all tasks in 5 minutes. What an easy test. I could pass this with my eyes closed. I didn't even prepare for it. My luck must be smiling on me. It worked! My classmates started to look at me and my chair with curiosity. But I wasn't gonna stop there. In the evening, I opened my dad's safe and I took some cash from it. Hey, psst, don't ever actually do that, okay? But the next morning, I started showing off the cash at school. I won the lottery yesterday! Oh, how did I get so lucky? Maybe I sat on a lucky chair! This further piqued the interest of my classmates. Then I found out who was considered the coolest guy at this new school. His name was Zach. All the girls fell for his cute looks and his dumb jokes. The witch queen Carrie was actually hiding a picture of him in her locker. Oh, Zach, one day you'll be mine. Maybe in your next life, baby. I wasn't actually interested in Zach, but I needed everyone to think he was crazy about me. So I photoshopped myself into a photo of the famous model Bella Hadid to make it look like we were hanging out together, and I showed it to Zach. Do you want me to introduce you to my model friend? Then hit on me in front of everyone. Zach came up to me and he asked me out in a hallway full of students.
Oh, Norma, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
Carrie was so mad she broke a pencil. Awesome. I had to do one more thing though. I found a homeless guy in a park, gave him my dad's expensive suit, and I brought him to a barbershop. By the end of the day, he looked like a careless millionaire. I gave him some cash and I asked him to help me. The next day, he came to my school and told everyone that he was the guy that used to sit on the damn chair, the one who'd been known as a walking disaster. He said that he'd become a successful businessman and now hung out with Elon Musk himself. My classmates' jaws dropped in astonishment. They believed that I was now sitting on a lucky chair. I was pleased with myself because obviously I'd outsmarted everyone, but the story didn't end there. Soon, I actually did get lucky. I was sitting on my porch and coming up with rhymes for my next song when a cool sports car stopped by our house. Smoke was coming out from under its hood. And then, oh my God, Noah, my favorite rapper, stepped out of the car. I couldn't believe my eyes. I even thought for a second I had sunstroke and was hallucinating. But then, he started talking to me. Hi, I've got a bit of a problem here. My car broke down and my phone died. Could you call a tow truck for me? Okay, calm down, Norma. Whatever you do, don't squeal. Oh, come on, this kind of thing only happens once in a lifetime. My idol was asking me for help. I was so lucky. Noah used my phone and then sat down next to me. Is it okay if I wait for the tow truck here? Of course! You know, I'm a big fan of yours, and I want to be a rapper just like you. We got to talking, and Noah turned out to be cute, and he didn't seem arrogant at all. And then I almost ruined everything by blurting out the first thing that came to my mind again. To be honest, I didn't really like your last album much. It was kind of boring. Oops, why couldn't I keep my mouth shut? He looked at me in surprise and then smiled. Wow, people usually flatter me. I like how honest you are. Yeah, those songs weren't very good, but I'm already working on new ones. And then he asked me to show him my songs. We had a great time, and when the tow truck arrived, Noah handed me a ticket to his concert. I think you have a bright future ahead of you. Come to my concert and join me on the stage. Holy crap! I felt like the luckiest girl on earth. Even I thought that maybe my lucky chair was helping me somehow. But then, I'd remembered that I was the one who started the rumor about it. And the next day at school, I saw the consequences of that. My classmates started fighting for the damn chair. Sorry, Norma, but this throne is mine now. And here I thought witches sat on broomsticks. Take it, I don't care. She was over the moon. But the other students wanted the chair too. One guy smeared his boogers on it. Carrie saw it and jumped out of her seat in disgust. The guy took the chair, but wasn't able to sit on it for long. Another guy put gum on it at recess. My classmates kept fighting for the chair like they were a bunch of pirates brawling for a chest of gold. I was dying laughing and wished I had popcorn. However, I did feel a bit sorry for poor Miss Beam. She was trying to calm everybody down, but it was so noisy that no one could hear her. You kids are gonna drive me crazy. But you know what the weirdest thing was? Whoever was sitting on that chair really did get lucky. Wow. For example, Carrie accidentally found some money. One guy was asked out by a girl that had previously friend-zoned him. I tried to remind myself that these were all just coincidences, but the hype was contagious. I tried to confess that I had just fooled everyone, and you know what? My classmates didn't believe me. Nice try, new girl, but you can't fool us. You just want to get the chair back because without it, you're not lucky anymore.
What the fudge? Was she kidding me? But the worst thing was that soon I got into big trouble. The principal found out that I'd sent myself the test answers from Miss Beam's laptop. My teacher was severely reprimanded because of me, and I was punished and forced to attend lectures on how to behave at school. I was bored out of my mind. Naturally, my parents were also pissed off that I got into trouble at my new school. When Dad found out I'd taken money from his safe, he went berserk. You're grounded until the end of the year. And is that tramp wearing my most expensive suit?
I have no idea. Zach started demanding I introduce him to my model friend. Had he actually believed I knew Bella Hadid?
If you don't keep to your word, I'm turning your life into a living hell.
I had to walk around school like a ninja to avoid him. Finally, though, the day of Noah's concert arrived. I was forbidden from leaving my room, but luckily, my parents went to a restaurant for dinner that evening. I snuck out. However, in the queue at the club entrance, I suddenly saw Zach. Damn it! If he saw me, he wouldn't leave me alone, and then the evening would be ruined. I hid behind a dumpster and I waited for him to leave. And then I saw someone's head in the dumpster. I cried out in surprise, but then I recognized the homeless guy. At that moment, my parents' car drove by and they saw me. Why was I so unlucky? My parents were furious and they took me home. I never got to go to the concert. Things at school stayed the same. My classmates kept being nasty to each other just to get their hands on that chair. I was starting to think it truly was magical and I decided I would get it back. But then I saw Miss Beam. She was crying and told me that she was going to be fired because she couldn't control our class. I felt so guilty and I realized I had to fix everything. I had to figure out how to make my classmates get along. And I got an idea. I jumped on the desk and I did what I did best. I rapped. Guys, come on, listen to me. We're acting crazy, don't you agree? We need to share the chair. That would be fair. My classmates were impressed and they clapped. We agreed to share the chair and we broke it into parts. I got a bolt. Now that everyone had a little piece of good luck, we stopped fighting. Miss Beam not only kept her job, but was also praised by the principal. I came up to Zach. I'm sorry I lied to you. I don't actually know Bella Hadid, but I do know a girl that really likes you. I pointed at Carrie, and Zach smiled at her. I think those two would make a great couple. Soon, I started getting better marks, and my parents were so happy, they said I was no longer grounded. One day, I was coming back from school, and Noah's car stopped next to me. Can you believe it? Hey, young rapper, I was waiting for you at the concert. Why didn't you come? I was really happy to see him, and I told him what happened. His reaction stunned me. Wait, are you talking about the guy that used to sit on the yellow chair? That was me. Whoa. What? Noah told me that he used to go to my school and got in so much trouble that there were legends about him. But one day, he sang a song at the school concert while sitting on that chair and got lucky. His performance was filmed by his classmates because they wanted to make fun of him. They weren't expecting Noah to be actually talented. So the video quickly went viral. Noah was noticed by some producers and invited to a recording studio. My first song turned me into a celebrity. I deserved a break after a long streak of bad luck. And you want to know a secret? When I graduated, I secretly took that chair home for good luck and I bought one just like it for the classroom. No one ever noticed. Wow. So we had all been just fighting over an ordinary chair then? I thought about it and realized all the good things that happened were just coincidences. And all the bad things that had happened were because of things that I had done. Well, I learned a pretty good lesson. Every action has its consequences. You should think about what you're doing and what you're saying. I never told my classmates that the chair wasn't magical though, because we were finally getting along. By the way, Noah is performing again today, and he invited me to the concert again. Maybe this could be the beginning of my career, huh? It's time for me to go on stage. Wish me luck, and don't forget to like this video.